So New York City is getting more dangerous, and Police Commissioner Dermot Shea says bail reform is to blame. He compares the system to a revolving door and says it's craziness. Kayla Mamlak at One Police Plaza this morning. You know, the commissioner's come here on Good Day New York. He said this time in, time again. He's very concerned about this. And I don't know, is Albany listening?
Well, that's the big question mark this morning, Rosanna. Good morning to you. And just to add to what you just mentioned, New York's bail reform legislation took effect statewide about a year and a half ago. It eliminated pretrial detention and cash bail for roughly 90% of all arrests made. Now, the goal was to even the playing field for all suspects, regardless of their financial situation. But the police commissioner has said time and time again that it's had some dangerous side effects.
What are we doing in society?
New York City Police Commissioner Dermot Shea sounding off on the state's criminal justice system, reiterating his frequent calls for legal changes that he says would help the NYPD get guns off the street and keep repeat offenders behind bars.
We're arresting somebody for pushing a woman down the stairs, and then we release them back into the streets. I mean, this is craziness.
Another example, a brutal and unprovoked attack on an Asian woman in Chinatown earlier this week. The incident caught on camera, but as a warning, it's difficult to watch.
Her back of her head hit the outdoor dining frame and she blanked out. Her eyes just went shut, went unconscious.
Police arrested Alexander Wright for the attack. Turns out the 48-year-old has a long rap sheet. Records show he's been arrested at least 17 times. A police source says the arrests were for multiple assaults, including an attack on a 72-year-old man, spitting on a woman's face, and punching a police officer. In fact, Wright had just been released on Thursday after police say he went on a crime spree, which included throwing hot coffee on 2 NYPD traffic agents, scratching a man in the eye, and breaking the glass on a Madison Avenue storefront, all on the same day.
We cannot be just chasing our tail, catch and release, catch and release.
In a tweet, the police union adding, whether this individual needs mental health services, jail time, or both, the answer cannot be to put him right back on the street. Part of the problem, the commissioner argues, has been the quick release of individuals through the court system, an unintended consequence of recent changes to bail reform laws. Jeffrey Butts, director of the Research and Evaluation Center at John Jay College, explains the reform which took effect in 2020.
The state changed the law to basically prohibit the use of cash bail and holding people pretrial in secure confinement for misdemeanors and nonviolent felonies, but they left it alone for anyone charged with a violent felony.
While law enforcement officials often argue the system has created a revolving door of criminals, Butts says his research proves otherwise.
About 5% at most of people who are arrested and awaiting trial and then released who get rearrested prior to their trial.
Now, other states like New Jersey have enacted similar bail reform legislation, but they seemingly have received less pushback. The big difference here is New York's legislation eliminates a judge's ability to make an independent evaluation over whether or not a suspect's release is a danger to society. For now, we're live here outside One Police Plaza. Laura, Roseanne, I'll send it back inside to you guys.
All right, Kayla, thank you. Well, last night on